What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. It's episode number 77, one of the biggest episodes of the save, and certainly our biggest episode since joining Roma. On the back of our loss to Lazio, dropping a second in the table today. We'll have 2 or 3 more games of our final 5 in the Serie A after losing 2 of our last 4 and losing our lead top of the table. We'll have the Conference League semi-final, first at home and then away against Levante. The Spanish side aim to make the European Conference League final. And we'll also have the Coppa Italia semi-final second leg, and that is where we'll start at the San Siro, at the Stadio Olimpico, heading into this game on the back of our 1-1 draw at the San Siro. So first game of several today as we continue to chase the treble. It is Inter on the back of our loss to Lazio in the Coppa Italia semi-final second leg. What an early chance we've got for Roma as well. 11 minutes in, free kick. And Frederic Fabre standing over it. As you know, can't score free kicks, but what an opportunity I've got here. And I just can't seem to get it up and over the wall and under the crossbar. Maybe I've put a bit too much power on it recently, so for this time here I won't put that much on it. It should get over the wall, which it does, but again, I just can't get it to dip. I don't know why, but I just cannot get free kicks to dip. You know, it will go up, but it just won't go down. Defying the laws of gravity like they are Isaac Newton's arch enemy. I don't know what that means. But I just can't seem to get it to go down. It's so annoying, man. I feel like I'm getting older. I've got the opposite problem as Fabre tries to put his man on the floor and Inter will get it away. But yes, it's the most frustrating thing I find about free kicks this year. And again, I don't feel like the mechanics have changed. But for some reason, unlike last season, you know, I normally score like 1 every season or 2 in last year's game. This year, I've only scored 1, and that of course came in the very first season. As Kamada finds a bit of space to shoot, and he's denied, and Inter will clear. However, good start from Roma, on the front foot early, and trying to get us into a very early lead. I practiced them, I do my best to try different methods, but for whatever reason, as Eduardo Bovi, almost scored a scorcher. I just can't do it. And I have to say, sometimes I wonder if this is something which I'll never be good at, so I need to stop trying. And it's not wrong, in my opinion, to admit that there are certain things in life which we will never be any good at. You know, in life, the majority of us will be hopeless at the majority of things, but quite good at some things. And sometimes I don't think it is wrong to say, I can't seem to get this to work. It's sunk cost fallacy, I think, other times, to continue trying even when you're always failing. Anyway, still 0-0, but what a start from Roma, looking very good early doors. Inter struggling to get out of their half. And if we keep this up, I feel confident we will find that breakthrough. As Karima will find Freddie. Nice little turn there to find some space. And Freddie, wonderful dribbling. It's an excellent run. It's a wonderful goal from Captain Fantastic. And he said, forget about scoring free kicks. It's something we'll never do, Gaffer. But what we can do is score some sensational solo goals in massive games. He's a big game player, and he's done it again. Wonderful solo run, excellent composed finish. Roma have the deserved lead at the Stadio Olimpico. What a goal! Yep, here's the thing. I've mentioned this many times before, but I would always dream of being a stand-up comedian when I was a kid. I love the idea of making people laugh and bringing a smile to people's faces that way. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not funny. I know I'm not funny. Believe me, I found out in painfully hilarious ways, ironically, but I know I'm not a funny person, so there's no point. Oh, a wonderful build-up this from Roma. Hold on a second. As Tokpa slides it in, it's a great build-up. I just couldn't play the final ball. I know I'm not funny, so what would be the point in me trying to become a comedic YouTuber? It's stupid. I'm not funny. It's ridiculous. I couldn't do that, you know. But what I can do is make semi-decent career mode, and when the time comes, football manager videos as well. So that's what I'll continue to do because I know I'm pretty decent at it. You got to know where your strengths are and where your weaknesses are. And as Roma concede the leveller, our weakness this season has been defensively, so I'm not surprised about this. Great first half, on top of the majority of it, but Nicolo Barella, now a senior in his Inter team, fires in the leveller, and Inter have the equaliser. I can't defend this year. I really can't. I can't score free kicks, and I can't defend. But what I can do is outscore. I've been the better team in this first half. We'll be tied 1-1 heading to the break, but I think on the balance of this play, we keep this going, we will find ourselves a second goal and we'll win this semi-final tie. I'm not worried about this. Great first half, just need to be more clinical. Slides it through the gap. Oh, what a ball. And what a save, Polo. Goodness gracious. Inter so close to flipping the script there and taking the lead, which, from being honest, I think would be against the run of play, but an excellent save by Polo. As our Fonzie almost slipped through. Fabre and what a breathless game this has been. I just had a shocking game against Lazio. And I'm playing this like directly after finishing recording the last episode, which finished 1-0. And this has been an absolute thriller of a contest. Only 2 goals in at 1 apiece, but there's no way it finishes 1-1. It's been chance after chance after chance. And a third goal is on the cards. It's just a question of who's going to get it and when. And a Tessman, the former Lyon midfielder. And now Tony Fernandez trying to get through, tackled by Topper. He plays it back to Pasini. Nice first time ball to find Kamada. I've got Fabre and Alfonsi with me. Freddie looks to turn his man. Wonderful run. Excellent dribbling. What a run! What a goal! He's done it again! Frederic Fabre again with a sensational goal. My first mascot celebration of FC26. And Roma are back in front in the semi-final. And that's the replay that greets me after a brilliant bamboozling run from the captain. 2-1, back in front, and it's all about the skipper again. What a performance from Frederic Fabre tonight in one of his finest displays of the save. Not just with Roma, but with Lyon as well. He has been on it tonight, and as Scalvini wins that back there. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I mean, we had to wait a long time to find the true hero to save, but... Oh, great save, Polo. He is definitely putting some heroic performances in these 2 3/4 seasons we've had him at Lyon and now Roma as well. And now as he's trying to grind out the win to make the final, as Tanner Tessman, our former midfielder, finds Bastoni, gets it back, the American across to Alessandro. In to keep the chance alive, Salt rolls it into the middle, and that deflection off Tokpa actually carried all the way to Ipolo, and it will be cleared by Roma. Yep, it's been a long wait for the true star of the save, but he's showcased on multiple occasions with Roma and Lyon just how good he is as he sets up the dagger. Good night into Milan. Roma are into the final. A masterclass from the captain, and it's job done in Rome. When the board asked us to win a treble at the start of the season, I thought they were joking. I said, guys, this is a rebuild, and you of all people should know that Rome wasn't built in a day. But as we progress through to our first final of maybe 2 with AS Roma, we'll certainly have a shot at winning at least 1 domestic honour. Into the final, courtesy of a masterclass from Frederic Fabre. Let's see who we'll face. And I do think we're favourites for it as well. I mean, we just knocked out Inter Milan there, and obviously the other tie is Juve versus Milan, and that's going to go to extra time then, it seems. Who's made it through? Who's made it through? Who's made it through? Oh, no, it wasn't Milan. What? I thought it was 1-1 in the first leg. Well, it must not have been. I thought it was 1-1. I guess it wasn't. It was Milan who had a lead. But it's going to be AC Milan in the Coppa Italia final then. And yeah, I would say because of how much they've struggled this season, we are favourites to go and win that. And that actually becomes before our final 2 Serie A games on a Wednesday night. Oh, I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of that, as we will chase the treble. So, well, that's going to break up the episode. And I thought that was going to come at the end of the season, but actually, what we'll do today is we'll do obviously the Levante tie, and I think we'll end on Genoa away, so we'll actually play 1 fewer game in the Serie A I was planning, but we're on that Genoa trip, and we'll save that. Well, I guess what we'll do in that case, we'll play the Cup final and the final 2 Serie A games as well, and see if we can win that domestic double there in our pursuit of the treble. I am not a fan of that. Call me a traditionalist if you want, but I stand by this. The Cup final should be played at the very end of the season. Always in favour of that Wednesday night cup final, not for me. Anyway, following game, unless it's a minor honour, but not the major cup final of the country. Anyway, following game, Atalanta home Sunday night dropped to second in the race for the Scudetto, but these guys themselves are not out of the race for the title as well. It's been one of the most open title races I've been involved in a long time, but the only way we can go top heading in to our Thursday night clash against Levante is by winning this one here and getting back-to-back wins for the first time in a couple of weeks. Atalanta at home in a battle for the title, Forza Roma. I love those statement games, like when one player is just absolutely on it. It's just the best, isn't it? Like you just see one player go completely ham, and it's like, damn, even as a vegan, I gotta appreciate that. It's incredible when one player is just absolutely on it, single-handedly dragging you through like that. And even better when it's your captain, your leader, in our case, all of the above, and hero as well. But yeah, in a hunt for the treble, like I said before, I really thought we had, well, I wouldn't say zero chance, maybe a 10% chance at getting that at the start of the season. But now, I wouldn't say it would be a missed opportunity if we don't win a treble, but if we don't end up with at least a double, I would call this a failure to the end of the season, if not the whole of it. It's Basili, cannons are off the crossbar, and Atalanta escape early. The Atalanta definitely out of this title race because of how open it's been. They've still got themselves a really good chance. And that's going to be toppers all day. It's still anyone's guess as to who will win it. I would still say, even though Lazio gone top, my money's on Como, just because of how good they've been this season. And it is a really good side they've got too. But yeah, I think that a lot of teams would probably consider us to be favourites, especially when Fabre is on form like he is right now. Topper, Fabre, brilliant ball headed away in the nick of time by Svensson and put behind for a corner. But yeah, if we are going to win this title, I need Frederic Fabre to keep playing at the level he did on Wednesday night between now and the rest of the season. The delivery from the corner is good, and Karuma hits the bar, and for the second time in 24 minutes we hit the woodwork. But for the second time in 24 minutes, we failed to see it across the line. Still 0-0, but it's all Roma in the early going. Rolls it in. How'd that find Edison, and Brescianini gives Atalanta the lead. How did that drop to Edison? I thought for sure I was about to intercept, instead carried through, and against the run of play, the visitors are in front. Well, I said if we are to win the Scudetto, I'll need Fred to keep on playing the way he has been all season long, but also defensively. Well, we said it multiple times during the season, you can't win a Scudetto defending the way that this AS Roma team do. Atalanta in front, and as things stand, set for back-to-back defeats in the Serie A and 3 losses in our last 5. And look at that in the top left. Isn't that typical? Bologna in front against Lazio. The win here would send us top, as Karuma does well. And Verman robs his man. Leone rolled in to Samardzic for 2. Atalanta with a quick-fire double. And the visitors stunned the Stadio Olimpico. Silent, dispossessed in my own area. A recipe for disaster, but on brand for the kind of campaign I've had this year defensively. This is nothing like our time in Lyon. 2-0. We've got a mountain to climb in the second half, man. What a woeful way to end the first. I can't believe we're down 2 here, honestly. I don't mean to make excuses, but I genuinely think I've had quite a good game. But simply put, haven't taken my chances, and again, defensively, haven't been strong enough. There's that flick. Almost carried all the way through, and an injury for Scalvini as well. And I'm not sure if that would just be a bruise. It may be, but the ex-Atalanta defender himself taken down, and a golden chance now for Atalanta to really put the pressure on and maybe get a third. Just can't seem to break Atalanta down. Had a couple of good chances in the first half, but their midfield in particular has had a brilliant game. Brescianini's obviously got 1 goal, but also Edison has been excellent too, as he's on the ball. Speaking of the devil, finds Samardzic. This could be free. This could be game. This could be humiliation for Roma. It is. Atalanta 3-0 up, and the fans are heading for the exit with 22 minutes to play. Absolute annihilation in Rome. 3 defeats in 5 Serie A games, and because of how close it is and because of how tight it is, believe me, I'm not throwing in the towel, but I'm definitely knowing this is a huge loss, which again puts Atalanta in the mixer for the title now as well. They were dark horses. They're certainly gaining ground, and they've gained ground on us regardless. And they may even get a fourth goal in what will be my heaviest loss as Roma boss. Brescianini looking for a bit of space. Tries to roll it through, finds Ederson, who's had a worldie of a game. Back to Samardzic. He's also had a worldie of the game. Pretty much everyone for Atalanta has had a bit of a worldie out there. Vermanta receives the ball, looking for space. Leone on his heels. Benteke gives it back. It's 4. I was just going to say it should be 4. It could be 4. It is 4. Yes, it is indeed 4. Atalanta 4-0 up in Rome. All the boos ringing around the Stadio Olimpico, and rightfully so. Heaviest defeat since I took over at AS Roma, and I've been absolutely torn apart. I started the game off hitting the bar twice, and I've somehow lost 4-0. A nightmare of an afternoon in Rome. Oh, I would have gone top as well. Would have gone top of a win. Bologna held Lazio, so a win would have sent us top. Instead, we stay in the chase. And as for the injury for Scalvini, it is all 4-week injury, so he'll miss the cup final and most of the remaining Serie A games, and also the Conference League semi-final, both legs as well. Huge blow to our best defender in what is already, let's be honest, a really weak back line. High pressure on Roma now, 3 defeats in 5 in this Serie A, and starting to stumble at a crucial moment of the season. Can't afford it here though. Following game, first leg of the Conference League semi-final at home at the Stadio Olimpico. It's worth pointing out as well that the 3 defeats we've had have all come at the Stadio Olimpico as well, including the game against Lazio that technically we were the away team. But can't afford another repeat performance here against Levante. The Spanish side coming to Rome, and I'll say it again, we are favourites to win this, but our performances in Europe this season have been diabolical. Lucky to be here. Let's make sure there's nothing lucky about our performance, but a big convincing bounce back win. Following game, first leg, Levante in Rome. Good little Levante team, as we've heard. They've got Bradley Locco at left back, Dennis Seaman, the young German goalkeeper between the sticks as well. Again, you would definitely say it's not arrogant to call us favourites, but because of our situation, playing so poorly on Thursday nights, out of form right now, 3 defeats in 5 in the Serie A, but also no Scalvini. That's a very big point to consider as well. I'm not one bit surprised Levante in front. We just can't defend, and we just can't perform in the Conference League. 2 things that make this game tonight a recipe for disaster. No one at the Stadio Olimpico is stunned. Below the top, flicked in and cleared by Gallardi as it remains at 1-0. This should be a leveler. This should be. Yeah, there we go. Alfonsi slipped through. When you've got a chance like that, all you've got to do is just see what covering defender comes across, and then you go to the other side. Alfonsi slipped through the middle, 7th in Europe, and a huge goal tonight to draw us level. Long throw will be controlled by Freddie. Ball whipped through to Alfonsi, just about kept it in his possession. Fabre plays a lovely ball through. It's Liberali who shoots from a tight angle. Oh, and it's the crossbar. 3rd time we've hit the woodwork in 2 games, and Levante will scramble it clear. Caught the keeper out well, just couldn't keep it down. Second half underway. I do see someone getting a winner in this first leg as well. And whilst Levante might have started off with the opening goal, I would say, to be fair, we've had a good response since then, as Fabre almost slid for Alfonsi and the Spaniards are getting away. Yeah, since then it's been pretty much all Roma, to be fair. We've played some decent football, we've hit the crossbar. All we need is someone to step up out there and find ourselves a winning goal. Speaking of which, Frederic Fabre almost got through to provide it 27 minutes ago, but yes, it's pretty much all Roma now. Levante, it's a training exercise for them. Just can they stop us from getting a second? Fabre, wonderful dribbling, excellent hesitation, another sensational goal from Captain Fantastic. Frederic Fabre puts Roma in front, and to be fair, it is deserved. To be fair to AS Roma as well, this is a rare European good performance. And we definitely deserve to be leading this game. And if I'm being honest here, should be up by 2, will be up by 2, confirmed by Simone Alfonsi. Yep, you won't see it very often, but Roma have performed brilliantly on Thursday night. Oh, Samuel Alfonsi. I thought it was Simone. It's 3-1 for AS Roma, and it is definitely good night Levante tonight, and it means keep a clean sheet in Valencia and we'll be in to the Conference League final. We've made hard work of our Thursday night fixtures, don't get me wrong, but tonight, despite coming from behind, we definitely deserve this win. Brilliant performance. Right, next up, struggling Venezia at home should be a banker as the relegation threatened side comes to the Stadio Olimpico. Based on our form in the league right now, possibly not, but whilst we have dropped to third, a win will send us top if Lazio fail to match our results. Let's get the job done and go into Valencia, be in pole position in the Italian top tier. Following game, Venezia at home, Forza Roma. Free kick again in a really good position, and you know what, like I said, I can't seem to score free kicks that way anymore, so with that being the case, I'm going to go for the Granit Xhaka special. Frederic Fabre to belt one towards the near post instead, and puts it just wide of the post. Waits one up into the middle, headed away, flick down to Fabre. Oh, wonderful goal from Frederic Fabre. You see those lines on the pitch? I had 2 free kicks earlier in this half, only one of which even went close to going in from a near post smash. But Frederic Fabre reminds everyone, if there's something you can't do, do something different at what you're best at. How about bamboozling defenders with a brilliant piece of skill, and on the half volley, smacks one in to give AS Roma the early lead. That is majestic from the captain. Yeah, with that first free kick, I tried to smack it in Granit Xhaka style and put it off target, and the second one just went over the bar, skied into the stands. Well, not the stands, with the stands being quite far away from the goal, but over the bar anyway. But I can't score free kicks. I need to take my own advice, man. From now on, I might just start passing free kicks, so I'm never going to score that way. But the skill from Fabre, wonderful. Oh, brilliant there. But what a wonderful leveler from Venezia. Bamboozled in the back line. Brilliant finish. Visitors level. So looking for the script here as well, and they have it slipped in by Busio, and Venezia are in front. It just about managed to carry through there as I tried to position Gallardi back on the line. Was it through the legs for Polo? It was indeed. Nutmeg and into the back of the net, and Venezia are in front. And I'd like to say I'm stunned considering the league positions of both teams, but I'm not. This Roma team are so out of form in the Serie A, and no one is shocked. Venezia have the lead. Our league form is absolutely catastrophic right now, and you cannot... Oh, it's going to be free. You can't win the title on a run like this. Venezia 3-1 up in Rome, taking a giant step towards safety and giving Lazio a giant chance to take a commanding lead in the race for the Scudetto. I just cannot... When was the last time I kept a clean sheet? I genuinely can't remember it. It's starting to get frustrating now. I keep on hammering down the X button when the ball goes dead to quickly throw the ball in or take a goal kick or free kick or whatever. There's 15 minutes to go, and there's still time as Bovey finds... Frederic finds Kamada. Great piece of skill, brilliant ball, and a great touch and finish by Endor. 12 minutes to, if nothing else, salvage a point. Come on, Roma, not done yet. No, that is going to do it, and Venezia will hold on to take a giant step towards survival and inflict a giant defeat on AS Roma. Back-to-back losses in the Serie A. We've blown it again. I'm absolutely bottling the treble chance, and the opportunity to win a Scudetto is slipping through my fingers. It's not over. There's still 3 games to go, but... Goodness gracious me, I am not playing the next league game, man. I'm saving that for the next one, because on this run of form, this is one of those FC sessions when I just need to go to bed and try and put it right tomorrow instead. But following game, and there is no tomorrow after this, Conference League semi-final second leg, travelling to Valencia, leading 3-1, and tonight all we need to do is keep the door closed, keep a clean sheet, and we will be in the Conference League final. Easier said than done though, based on our record defensively, where I can't even remember our last clean sheet. Levante away in Valencia, second leg of the Conference League semi-final. Come on, surely we're not going to blow this. It does look as though it is going to be a Conference League final between Nottingham Forest and Roma, and I did say it back in the league phase, to be fair, when we faced them and beat them 1-0. We are probably the 2 favourites to go all the way to the final. Possibly Lille, possibly Stuttgart, Oh, it's a good save by Pola, stops Levante from an early lead, but yeah, us and Forest definitely the top two teams. So just like the season with Sunderland, not surprised by who will most likely be the sides meeting in the final, and this could confirm it, and it's not. Great save to deny Alfonsi the early opener. Good saves on both ends, still 0-0 for now. I'm trying to think of that last clean sheet. I think it might have been Palermo away. Pretty sure he won that game 3-0, and I think that was our last clean sheet, I believe. Did we get one against Bologna away? I don't think so. I think it was Palermo away, as Alfonsi almost broke the deadlock here, 32 minutes in. But we do know, keep one tonight, that is us in the final, even conceding just one, and that'll put us through. As we're still deadlocked 0-0 here in Valencia. Frederic Fabre is going to float one in towards that penalty spot, and it's headed in by Leone. And goes all the way across and behind for a goal kick. I think someone will score tonight, but if we get it, it's definitely tie over. Well, I have to tell you, that was one of the worst games of the season for chances created and highlights. But honestly, I don't care one bit. I'll take dull and boring all the way if it leads us to the trophy. It has led us to the final tonight, our first clean sheet in ages, and Roma in to the Conference League final. Let's see what we got, and we'll end the episode now. It is worth pointing out, though, only one win in our last 4 games in all competitions and 2 in our last 6. Oh, Sturm oh no, they overcame the deficit on the night but didn't overturn the tie. So it will be Forest in the Conference League finals, which is what we were expecting way back in the league phase. So bring on David Moyes. And actually, to be fair, again, that's going to be before the final league game, is it not? No, it's not. It's right at the end. But that will do it for today's episode, guys. So big thank you for watching. I enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return next one with the final 3 games of the Serie A season, dropping the third in the table. To be honest here, based on how tight it is, we might not even make the top 4 based on our run right now. And as things stand, we are definitely now outside shot for the title. And we'll have the Coppa Italia final against AC Milan as we continue to hunt for the treble. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for another episode of Season 1 with Rome and Season 8 of The Save very soon.